dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky. This is WYNT Mountain News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Macy Marie, and thanks for joining us. We begin tonight with a Prestonsburg pastor who spent the afternoon in court. Police say Bobby Blackburn sent messages to a teen asking the girl to engage in sexual activities. During a preliminary hearing today, police said they could prove it was Blackburn who sent the messages. I stopped by the courtroom and talked to the defense that says they have evidence that suggests Blackburn was not the one sending those messages.
Accused of messaging a teenage girl, trying to get her to engage in sexual activities. Police say Bobby Blackburn sent those messages to one of his employees and that they can prove he was the one sending them.
I'm saying that you can put the timestamp from the conversation with his wife, the time, and the timestamp with the minor, and they're within the same minute. It doesn't break down to second.
But shortly after the girl told police Blackburn messaged her, another team claimed they were the one who sent the messages. Police continued questioning her until she told them she was pressured into lying.
She became emotional and changed her statement and stated that she was coerced by Blackburn and was followed to the Prestonsburg Police Department to make that statement on his behalf.
Officers played back security camera footage from the police station.
Blackburn followed her to Prestonsburg Police Department. His vehicle is seen pulling in the department, in the parking lot immediately behind this juvenile.
But Blackburn's defense attorney, Steve Owens, claims Blackburn did not even have the cell phone on him when those messages were sent.
Well, the phone was being used by people who were working for him at selling shaved ice to make credit card transactions, and I have those credit card transactions, and I'm going to supply those to the police.
The phone in question was not submitted for evidence. Police were told it was tossed into a river.
And back in May, Blackburn surrendered to police after they put out an arrest warrant for him. He's out of jail right now on bond, but he is on house arrest. And new information at 11, a former Knox County magistrate was indicted on federal drug charges today. Our news partners at the Lexington Herald Leader report this man, former magistrate Jerry Rabbit Cox, now faces 6 charges of illegally distributing pain pills. Cox was a candidate for the Republican nomination for magistrate in one of the county's districts in the May 2018 primary. He won the nomination but was defeated in November. He could face up to 20 years behind bars if convicted. A Whitley County transportation program is running low on funds, causing fear they may not be able to sustain it. Health Department officials say they started the Healthy Stops program last fall thanks to a $10,000 grant from WellCare Healthy Stops. It is a transportation program that picks up anyone in need of a ride to get to doctor's appointments, job interviews, or even court dates. Now the funds are almost out, and officials say they're looking for more funding to sustain it for those who depend on it.
It affects everybody, every community, every business. It affects our health, it affects our economy. Not having transportation is a serious issue.
Health educator Kathy Lay says the health department is looking into potentially working with court systems or community partners for the needed funding.
Well, it's been a pretty quiet evening here, just of course they're very pretty hot and pretty humid. It's been a nice break from the rain today. You'll notice as we take a look at Interstate 64 over into Moorhead. We dealt with a few clouds earlier, but most of those have cleared out. Now we're dealing with those mostly clear skies as we head into the rest of those overnight hours. Pinpoint Doppler, clean sweep. We've really seen that all day. Like I said, just a nice break from those pop-up showers and storms, but that'll change as we head into your Tuesday. Temperatures into about those low to mid 70s out there, so overall not too bad. Some spots like Pikeville, Prestonsburg still into the upper 70s, but those dew points also in the lower 70s, the upper 60s to lower 70s, so very uncomfortable to oppressive. So definitely feeling muggy outside in those hot, humid conditions. Really those muggy conditions continue as we head into the rest of the work week. We're also going to bring back some scattered storms as we head into your Tuesday. But what about that 4th of July forecast? I'll have a look at that coming up in just a few short minutes. Macy.
All right, thank you, Paige. While lawmakers are already beginning to pre-file bills for the 2020 General Assembly, there's one that could put an end to resetting your clocks. 2 representatives have pre-filed a bill that would make daylight saving time permanent year-round, so no more falling back. And if it's passed on the federal level, Kentucky would join dozens of other states rallying for that same change. This would mean there would be an extra hour of darkness in the morning and an extra hour of daylight in the evening. I guess that's good news if you're a night person. And we talked to some who say this is an idea they could get behind.
I think it is a lot easier to just stick with one consistent time. I think the concept of changing back and forth is kind of an outdated thing. I would like to see it change. I think it would be good to go with this daylight savings time permanently. I think would be a really good idea.
And Florida was the first state in the nation to vote to make daylight saving time permanent. Expect to pay more for gas this holiday weekend. AAA estimates 49 million Americans will be on the roadways, and that's about 4% more than last year. That increase comes despite a slight increase in the gas prices.
Crude oil prices for June were higher than anticipated, and we tend to see that price carry over into increases at the pump. So we're keeping an eye on that, and just summer travel demand tends to make the prices go up.
The average statewide is about $2.57 a gallon, and that's lower than the national average of $2.71. Governor Matt Bevin says Kentuckians should be paying more at the pump. In a wide-ranging interview, the governor told WKYT's Bill Bryan about the need for many road improvements around the state. He asked Governor Bevin if he supports an increase in the gas tax.
The only way we can have control at the state level is with a variable excise tax on fuel at the pump. It is going to have to go up. Nobody likes the idea of it, including myself. No one wants to pay more than we need to, but we have to pay for the things we use.
This will be a topic of discussion in the governor's race this year. Governor Bevin is being challenged by Attorney General Andy Beshear. Now, just in time for the 4th of July, excitement. A busy downtown Prestonsburg Road is back open. City officials closed West Court Street following storm damage back in May. High winds blew off the roof of a business, killing one man and leaving questions about the building's structural integrity. Mayor Les Stapleton tells us work is now underway to also fix that building. The countdown to the 4th of July is on, and the Prestonsburg Fire Department is preparing their biggest fireworks show. But with fireworks comes some danger. WYMT's Emily Bennett talked with the Prestonsburg Fire Chief about safety precautions.
The sound of summer brings much joy, but much danger as well.
Safety is the #1 priority.
Prestonsburg Fire Department prepares for 2 weeks for their firework display. Fire Chief Mike Brown says they make training a requirement.
About every 3 years, we make it mandatory that we go back and see if there are any updates or any changes in the manufacturing of the shells or anything that may have changed.
Brown warns people buying fireworks not to buy any commercial grade rounds.
You should not have anything like this that you're buying from a roadside stand.
The outcome could be devastating.
The tube fell over, the shot went through the gentleman's house caught on fire. So that's just one instance of why it's important to follow the safety procedures.
He wants everyone to be extremely cautious.
Go above and beyond with the safety. Make sure you got safety glasses. Make sure you got gloves on. Make sure that you are protected in whatever you're doing.
And he says to sit back and relax Thursday night because
this should be a fantastic show.
The biggest Prestonsburg has seen. In Floyd County, Emily Bennett, WYMT Mountain News.
The firework display will start at 10 o'clock on the evening of the 4th. They will shoot off over 6,000 rounds and have a few surprises up their sleeves. And with people buying and setting off fireworks this week, some may not realize the effect it can have on animals. WYMT's Lauren McCord talked with a local veterinarian with how you can keep your pets safe.
As we sit in awe watching the fireworks explode, our pets may not enjoy the loud show as much as we do.
Pets do not enjoy looking at fireworks, and they do not enjoy listening to them.
So veterinarians like Chet Ayers are asking people to think of your pets during the 4th of July festivities.
Just like with people, you can have bottle rockets cause eye injuries, you can get thermal burns.
But it's not just physical injuries fireworks can do to your animals.
End up having vomiting or diarrhea or digestive upsets just because of the high stress and anxiety.
It can also cause anxiety, which can lead to them accidentally harming themselves.
A dog broke through a glass window. Just they were so terrified.
Though we all love to show off our pets,
The main thing is trying to keep them inside.
keeping them safe should be the main priority. In Perry County, Lauren McCourt, WYMT Mountain News.
And the veterinarian also says if you have outdoor animals, the best possible way to keep them safe is to put them in a garage or barn. With 4th of July only 3 days away, Floyd County will be celebrating with their 4th annual Star City Day. It all takes place at the stage in downtown Prestonsburg off of Lake Drive by City Hall. There will be arts and crafts for kids, food, some Kono ice, local breweries, large community painting, and carnival rides. Great time over there. Local bands include Nicholas Jamerson, Brandon Campbell, and headliner Bedford. And still to come at 11, Japan resumes whaling amid criticism from conservationists worldwide.
And scattered storms increase as we head into your Tuesday. We'll break down that full forecast coming up.